This
scan
conference
one
will
file.
now be recorded.
Okay, so let us start with our training. So to introduce myself, myself Raghu, I'm having well experience with RPA. Uh, just minimize everything. Okay. So I can train all RPA tools, okay, I mean, Blue Prism, UiPath, automation, where OpenSpan, Pega Robotics, and all. So currently, hopefully, we are with UiPath training. So as part of the demonstration session, I just will add few points about RPA and why this RPA is having so much of demand currently in the market. If we go with RPA, what are the advantages students can learn? I mean, students can get. What is advantages companies can get if they started working some project with RPA? These are all things we'll discuss about today. So first of all, RPA in the sense it's a robotic process automation. I just will abbreviate these all words. Try to understand this. This sentence is having very clear understanding, whatever the work this RP is performing. So basically, we are preparing robots. I mean, with the help of the UI path, we are preparing. We are preparing some robots. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Suman, if possible, try to speak with him once, okay?
No worries. Okay, until you can hear us, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So within our RPA, we are preparing robots with the help of UiPath, okay, which means robot in the sense the code what we are preparing within my UiPath tool. So the code is called as robot. So in software terminology, this robot we can call as bot. So which means you can see this is my UiPath. This is my UiPath code. UI code in the sense you don't want to think about do we need to learn Java, do we need to learn .NET, C Sharp, etc., etc. Nothing is required. It's just a flowchart kind of thing, okay? I mean, with the help of few activities here, you can able to see few diagrams, right? With the help of these things, we are going to build our code. So this is called my UiPath code. This is called my UiPath robot. Technically, we can call this is a bot. Okay, so we are preparing a robot to automate some processes. Automate in the sense you might be having idea without human involvement, some activities has to be executed. That is called as automation. I mean, there should be no human involvement. Some multiple steps has to be execution. That has to execute a few steps. That is called automation. Here, process in the sense, I just can tell few points. Process is nothing but I think you might be having idea about data center, I mean call center people and non-IT people. So they'll be have some set of tasks. They are performing some manual activities, which means let's see they'll be have 10 files in a target in their day in their one particular day. So first of all, they are picking up the file one and they're performing all the steps, which includes to complete all these file one, which means let's see which includes 100 steps. These 100 steps they are performing to complete the file one. So as soon as they complete the file one, they are picking up the file two, and here as well they are performing the same 100 steps. Again they are picking up the file three, they are performing the same files. So until file 10, they are performing all same repeated steps. I mean all same 100 steps they are performing. So which means here you can observe one thing. Here work is a common work. They're performing a common work for all the files. But of course, data will be different from one file to other file. These kind of activities we can able to automate with RPA. Whenever you are having manual involvement is required, when wherever human is performing some repeated tasks in their daily activities, that particular area we can able to go for automation. I just will speak about one more example to make you to understand about the process. Let's say, for example, I'm working with SBI Bank. I'm a SBI Bank employee, let's assume. So, what is my daily activity in the sense? In my starting of the day, I'll receive one Excel sheet from my superiors. That Excel sheet is having my customer details. Let's see, I'll be have my customer name and my customer account number, his address, his mail ID, his date of birth, etc., etc. So likewise, in my starting of the day, I'll be receiving 1,000 customer details. Okay. So what is my activity is, I just want to pick up the first file and I want to read his account number from that Excel sheet. First customer account number. That's what my first activity, which means read account number from Excel. This is my first activity. As my second activity, I just want to launch and I just want to log in into SBI Bank web application. Log in into SBI application. So once I log in into SBI application, I just want to navigate into different screens, which means I'll go to home screen as soon as I log in. I just want to go to the next screens. Okay, I'll take it like navigate to next screen. So as a fourth step, I want to write my account number. I mean the first customer account number in one of the place, and I want to find his detail. So which means what is my fourth step? I want to write account number in application and search. So as soon as I search it in that application, I can able to see all of that particular customer details. So in that detail, in one of the place, I can see like download bank statement button. So I want to click on that as my fifth step. Click on download statement. So by that, automatically his bank details, I mean his transaction details, his whole statement will get downloaded into my local copy, and I want to attach that statement into one of the email, and I want to send it to that particular person into his mail ID. That is what my sixth step. Attach to mail, send to customer. So once these all steps are get completed, then I want to pick up the second customer account number from the Excel. I want to launch and log in again SBI Bank application. Again, I want to go to next screens. Again, I want to write my account number. I mean the second person account number. Again, I want to click on the download statement. Again, I want to attach that second attachment into the new mail ID for the second person mail ID, and I want to send it to him. So this whole work I just want to repeatedly perform for the 1,000 people. That is what my activity. So this is also I can call as process. These all are human involvement activities. I mean manual one, human is performing. That too he is performing repeated steps. This particular activities we can able to automate with the help of RPA. So and also with this RPA we're having multiple tools. Out of that, UiPath, Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, OpenSpan. So of course 9 to 10 tools are available in the market currently. So out of that, I can tell like Blue Prism and UiPath, these two are currently having a good demand in the market. So why? Because of course, as I mentioned, these are the RPA tools. These RPA tools architecture will be the same. I mean, whatever the work you can able to perform with UiPath, the same work you can able to perform through Blue Prism as well. The same work we can able to perform through Automation Anywhere as well. I mean, the same activities, whatever we discussed till now, these all activities we can able to discuss in any RPA tool. Remember one thing, if you want to I mean to come to the differences between these RPA tools, uh, only the difference will be the coding standards. which means UI path will follow different coding standards, which means you can see your UI path code will looks like this. Okay, in the manner of flow chart, it's very easy to understand as well. And also your blue prism code I can show you. Blue prism code will looks like this. This is also very easy to understand. Your automation anywhere code will follow different coding standards. But of course, to compare all RPA tools, UI path coding and blue prism coding will be very easy to understand, and also that is having very well features as well. Those additional features and all we'll see in future. It is having very well security as well, etc., etc. So, but architecture wise, everything will be the same thing. Architecture in the sense how the data is coming. I mean, whatever the work it is performing, only the repetitive tasks and the manual involvement wherever it is required in that particular place. So this is called as architecture. So this architecture is same for all RPA tools. So of course, if you perform these all steps with the help of RPA tool, you definitely will be have a good use. I mean, good advantages. The first advantage will be your RPA will be more faster than human, which means let's say for example, to complete these 100 steps, human is taking 1 hour of time to complete this. Okay, but your RPA cannot take 1 hour of time to complete all these 100 steps. It will complete within 20% of this time, which means it's hardly 11 minutes to 12 minutes. So within 12 minutes, it will complete all the work. So I can tell like your RPA tool is more faster than human. And the second advantage I can tell like it is more perfect, which means it will not make any mistakes. Why means I think you can see out of 100 steps, I mean these 100 steps we are performing for the 10 files, right? So out of these, there is a chance like human can make some mistakes at one particular step. I mean, there is a chance, but your UI path or your any RPA tool will not do any mistakes. If you have tested properly, if you have prepared your code properly, your execution will happen in the same way. There is no chance to go in a wrong execution, which is not expected. I can tell like this is more accurate. I mean, this is more perfectly workable thing. There is no any mistakes will happen. As a third step, you can able to run it at 24/7. It won't take no sick and no holiday, and you can run it at 24/7. Let's see, these are the work if you are executing with the help of people. I mean, let's say we're having 10 people in a team. So in a day, 100 files are completing. So these people will work for 9 hours in a day. They'll work only within specific shift time, and they'll work only within the weekdays, right? I mean, they won't work in weekends. And also they can't able to work at more than 9 hours or more than 10 hours of the time. But if you have automated these particular steps and you have assigned it to your bot, your robot, you can run it any day. You can able to run it at any time as well. There is no dependency with the human. This is what all of our clients are doing. Okay, I mean, all of our clients, they're just getting work to be done. They're just getting our code to be done by us, and they're just scheduling in their machine. Scheduling in their machine in the sense, let's see, he's working in his day-to-day activities at 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Let's assume. So in his working hours, he'll join some meetings. He'll do some other activities. I mean, sending emails and etc. etc. So whenever he's leaving office, let's see, he's leaving office at 8 p.m. So he'll schedule his process to 9 p.m. So at 9 p.m. exactly, he'll schedule it, and at 9 p.m. exactly, the process will get started. At that particular time, he already left the office. So at 9 p.m., if the process will get triggered, it will work whole night. So whenever he come back to the office at next day, all the work has been completed. I mean, it would be generated so many output files. It would be sent so many emails as expected in a code. So which means your computer is working 24/7, but that person is working only within the shift time. The rest of the time your bot is working in your computer. Whenever your bot is working in your computer, you don't need to sit in front of the system. You don't need even to log in into your computer. Just lock it and you just leave your computer. Automatically your bot can log in and it can start all of your work. Those all things we can see how to perform it in future sessions. No worries. So that is also one of the best advantage within your RPA tool. Yeah, I think we're having more security as well with the data. So data cannot be go out. Okay, whenever you are working with the RPA, it will be within that particular tool only. Okay, I'm just taking a pause here. You can post if you have any questions. Okay, just treating like no questions. Okay, coming to the advantages for the companies is, I think you can see these files are there performing by 10 people. So if you can automate these things within UiPath or Blue Prism, any RPA tools means, you don't need these people to be work in your company, which means you can able to save a cost, right? I mean, so many companies are thinking like this. Why to pay salaries to these many people? So all this work can be completed within one day if I run the bot in 24/7. So continuously it will be running means it will be completing all the work, whatever the work 10 people are performing. So there is no use to pay. I mean, it's totally they're just thinking like to save the money in this particular way. So coming to my training, I'm just taking a pause here about this RPA demonstration. So just will explain about my training structure. So training duration will be first of all 25 hours. So I'll provide the software installation, I mean how to install the software, and I'll provide the recordings on daily basis as well. So every topic, whatever we are discussing, that I'll explain you in a real-time example, which means whatever the topic we choose, that we are going to automate some real-time application, whatever it is available. So to make you guys to understand very clearly. So once that is fine, so I think cost and all they'll discuss with you. I think the right concerned people will discuss with you. Yeah, I also will provide some of the material as well with to you guys, and I'll share that. Yeah, there is nothing to me, I mean, to share other than this. You just can add if you're having any questions or if you're expecting something else.
Yes, Suman, you can talk with him once, or else you can text here.
Yeah, that also helpful to
Yeah, if it is, if you have any audio problems, you can text here.
me.
Or else, Raghu, I'll do one thing. I'll just connect a like normal call with him. Is it fine?
Ah, yeah, that obviously fine.
Yeah, then okay.
Okay, then I think we can wind up the session
Yeah,
by this. You just can call me
yeah, yeah.
whenever.
I think he texted here. Yeah, Suman, if you have any doubts, you just ask him. Okay, then we'll call. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you,
I'll just
Raghu.
call. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Bye.